From the dawn of time, human beings have invented various torture devices. The Iron Bull, the guillotine, customer service. But today I think I've found something that trumps them all. I'm going to write a novel. 80,000 words, 24 hours. So, I've come up with an interesting idea. You see a lot of these like 24-hour challenges, you know, people hiding in a Walmart 24 hours trying to draw something for 24 hours straight, all sorts of crazy stuff. But I've never seen a 24-hour novel challenge. I've tried looking it up and I just find people like reading for 24 hours, but I haven't seen one where they're actually writing a book for 24 hours straight. So I'm gonna try to do that. Okay, so my plan is, I'm gonna start at 8 p.m., which is in about 20 minutes, and then by the end of those 20 minutes, I will just straight write 24 hours, and that's it, that's my life. In order of fairness, I have not given any thought to what I'll actually be writing yet. I want it to be the whole novel process, 24 hours. Now, with me, I have nothing to accommodate me but a little clock, a notebook, and a book. So from time to time, while I'm writing this garbage, I can remember what literature is supposed to be. So I was thinking, what I'm going to write about is based on a dream I had. Okay, Caleb here. So this is 2 years in the future. I'm re-uploading this video. I should note, in the original video, I never actually said what the book was about. I said it to the camera, and then just didn't put it in the video. So for reference, the book was based on a dream I had where I was like in the cold, running away from these monsters called plesiosaurs, and I based the book on that. And then I basically extended it upon, because the dream ended when I went through a portal that took me to the beach. So I extended the plot out so that the main characters end up on the beach after running away from the plesiosaurs. That's the like opening, cold open. And then on that beach, it turns out the plesiosaurs came through the portal as well to that world, so the beach starts freezing over to become this cold world. That's basically the plot. And then it just kind of goes insane from there. I can't even describe the plot after that point. Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna base it off of. I think it's a simple idea. I'm just gonna go with the flow with it. Of course, I want to try to make it as good as I can, but it's not going to be that great, so I'm basing it off of a dream, because I don't want to waste any actual good ideas on this. As you've probably noticed, I have a very professional setup here. I have my phone in time-lapse mode, hooked up to a tripod with a zip tie. So, I got a closet over there. Okay, so it's 1 minute till 8 p.m. and I've got like this huge pit in my stomach realizing I'm about to do this. Alright, so 80,000 words, that's the goal. I know feasibly I can write 1,000 words in an hour. That's when I'm trying though, and I usually take a lot of breaks because I'm a lazy boy. So I think I can get at least 24. I feel like if I'm really trying, I can get 48,000 words. At least, so 50,000 is my low goal. 80,000 is where I really want to be though. Okay, so I've just completed my first hour into this, and I've currently done about 4 pages and about 2,500 words. I just finished the first chapter, and so far things are actually looking pretty good. I'm really feeling like I can do this now. I'm getting pumped. Probably not going to feel like that by the end of this, but right now I'm feeling good, so let's just keep powering through this. Hour 2, Electric Boogaloo. Alright, so it's now 11:13. I'm about 15 pages in on chapter 3, about 7,000 words. It's now hitting me, the fact that I'm an early bird, how tired I am and how bad of an idea this was, and the fact that I still have like 21 hours left. You know, I regret a lot of things in my life. And I'll leave it at that. Okay, it is now 1 a.m. My hands are real tired, so am I. I have just reached my first 10,000 words. So far where we're sitting, I think I'm a little bit behind where I need to be, but if I keep at it, I think I might be able to hit 50,000. I just have to go a little faster. Okay, so I have run into an interesting problem. See, when I first started this, I thought I would have a problem where I wouldn't be able to finish in time. Now I have the opposite problem. Apparently my idea produced too little story, and now I'm finishing way too early. It is 4:05 a.m. I am 16,000 words in, and I don't have anything else to write. Also, if you hear beeping in the background, that's my friends realizing I'm still awake and asking me what's wrong with me. Like, honestly, somehow I didn't expect this problem. I'm struggling to think of what else to write, because I've written the whole story. I tried to fatten up other areas of the book, and I can't quite get it. I'm only at 18,000 words. I'm like 9 or 10 hours in, not even halfway done, and I still have to get way more words. So I'm thinking, because up until this point I've made it, I don't know, I feel like a decent story, but I feel like if I'm going to hit my goal, I'm going to have to actually just stream of consciousness BS the rest of this, which is a little sad. You know, this makes me kind of sad because I had a different idea for which book to write, which would have fit much better in the stream of consciousness style, but I thought it'd be more of a challenge to write a story this way, not realizing I might finish the story before the time was up, completely unintentionally. So yeah, alright, I guess I'm just gonna destroy this story with stream of consciousness. Let's go. You know, 24 hours is a long time. Okay, so it has finally been 12 hours. I am halfway done with this. So here's a little retrospective. So far, I do think the first 10 chapters are pretty solid, but this is where I'm balancing sort of my goals here. So now I do not think at this point I'm going to reach 80,000 words. I think if I try real hard I could reach 60,000, probably gonna barely make it to 40,000. But I've sort of hit my goal of making a decent story, because like I said, the first 10 chapters, they're really solid, I feel like anyways. I also wrote them at like 2 in the morning, so I could be very wrong about that. But after chapter 10, it goes off the deep end real fast. I was going to just continue the story from where it left off, but I decided to just write whatever thought came to my head as it got there, and that got real chaotic real fast. Okay, so it is 3:30 p.m. I am up to 35,000 words. I've got about 4.5 hours to get 5,000 more, because 40,000 was my lowest goal, so I want to at least hit that. Problem is, of course, I ended the book again for a third time, and I don't have enough time, I don't think, to go through another 10 chapters, plus there's definitely nothing I can do with it now. So I'm back to hating it. It's kind of like how it was before, where I thought, okay, it's solid 1 through 10. Now I'm thinking decently solid 1 through 30, but don't read past that. Okay, I have finished. Hold up. 4,100 or 40,000 words in one sitting. 23 hours. Because I finished like 50 minutes early. Okay, so let's talk about my experience writing this. First off, really weird. Though I would like to say I did not hit my, obviously, big goal of 80,000 words. I hit exactly half that, and I stopped because I need to be done with this. I do think with a bit more planning, you could easily, or not easily obviously, but you could hit 80,000 words on this. My story apparently was too short. The original story took up like the 10 chapters or whatever, and I ended up with like 35 by the end of it. So I had to do a way more improv than I thought I was going to do, which clearly slowed down my writing process. But I think if someone went into this very planned, you could do an entire novel in 24 hours. I think it is feasible, though it has not yet been achieved. I would never recommend anyone do this because it's probably really bad for your health and mental sanity, although I think this is the novel I hate the least having written, which is really weird, and I think it has something to do with the fact that I spent the least amount of time on it. But my point is, I would love to see if somebody could complete this challenge. I would have loved for it to be me. Unfortunately, it was not me. I may try this again sometime because I'm crazy. Yeah. I think honestly, overall, I think I'm very satisfied with it. It is a very weird manuscript, but I don't know, I feel like it works on its own level, you know? You don't compare it to anything else, you just look at it as it is. I'm probably gonna wake up tomorrow and be like, wow, this is the worst thing I've ever made. But right now, having not slept for 36 hours, it looks okay. I actually would call it good. For some reason I keep thinking I want to call it my favorite, but maybe that's just because it's weird. Because I prefer to like weird things, like really weird things. I'm really just rambling at this point. Huzzah! It is done! And I'm wearing the exact same clothes because it's still today. Okay, so it has been 5 days, and over those 5 days I've graduated high school, I've gone to college orientation, but most importantly, I got this trash printed. So I actually printed this. In book form, it ended up to be about 240 pages. Here's the cover if you care. So yeah, I'm actually kind of proud that I did this. I didn't reach like my max goal of 80,000 words. I think if I put more planning into the plot, I could have definitely gotten it done. However, I also kind of wanted to go into this seeing what would happen if I just went stream of consciousness and made it up as I went along. And what happened is it went into utter chaos, so I would never do that again. I am a planner through and through, so that did not work out for me. I'm sure somebody else who's more used to discovery writing could pull it off, but that's not me. It was definitely a very interesting experience, and I learned a lot actually about writing itself, I think. This is definitely something I kind of want to do again, just to see if I can up the ante sometime, but I'm definitely not doing it anytime soon. But yeah, so I'm just kind of glad that I got it done. If you, for whatever reason, want to read this trash for yourself, I'll have a link somewhere on screen, I guess, or in the description, where you can purchase a copy. I'm not planning on making money from this. I get like 30 cents from each sale, and I think that's the lowest I could set it to, because I didn't want to make money from it. If you're one of my friends, you can probably pester me about it, but that's not a guarantee that I'll get it for you for free. But yeah, it was a fun trip. I crashed for about 12 hours after writing it, and yeah, please don't try this at home, kids. But yeah, as crazy as it may be, I think it's an interesting read. I don't know, I don't really remember everything I wrote about it, but I remember it being somewhat interesting, and there's some humorous elements around the middle. So yeah, if you want it, try it for yourself. I think you might enjoy it. If not, just leave me here, alone, unaccepted.